All right, y'all, get in here. We have got to talk about something that I genuinely did not expect to see, and I'm okay that I do, because we're going to walk through how the Republicans are actually lining up behind Donald Trump, and they're actually putting the Democrats in the position to defend insurance companies. This is building on the earlier video that I did prior, all about the other Republicans and all the other leaders who are now getting in line, and the Democrats don't have an answer. Y'all, like I said in the early one, you rug pull, yank the tablecloth out from under everything, Uno reverse card, the old gotcha. Like, legitimately, guys, we're about to walk through a few things that's make your jaw absolutely drop. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on if you are enjoying this level of freedom delivered with a smile and a voice that only a radio could love. Thank you so much for doing just that. All right, guys, listen. Let me get the audio, let me get the video check. Emojis, chats, comments, you guys know the drill. The way that I beseech thy blessing every time I come before you on the live internet YouTubes is to ask for that subscription, that sharing, the emoji, the interaction, because that is how we've saved this country. And thank you guys so much for doing just that. All right, a bunch of y'all are jumping in here early on. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, listen. I'm not going to bury the lead, but I do have to do our routine, traditional, fun little video to start everything off while everyone gets in here. Guys, this one, Who had Raging Socialist on Blue Chew for 500? Because, whoa, listen to this guy. This is amazing what he just dropped. Listen to this. They're not socialists. They're not going to take everything. I swear, it's weird. It's like, I mean, good God, let's just get it.
Starting on day one, we will expand the city's special enforcement programs, doubling fines for hazardous violations and tripling them for conditions that are immediately dangerous. And when a really bad landlord, like this guy, refuses to fix it, the city's going to step in, make the repairs, and send them the bill.
Okay, watch next.
If that doesn't work, the city's taking over the building. We're putting the worst landlords out of business.
He says, we're going to take over the building.
So it's theirs. It's the city's.
So you mean like seize the means of production,
That's
like
exactly
communists?
Wait a
it.
minute.
So he's saying the quiet part out loud,
Yes.
and people voted for it.
That's right.
By the way, we have a goal this episode. We're not going to mess up the audio button. That's me. You guys can just be here for moral support. They're just going to, you know what? If those landlords don't do what we want, guys, we're not socialists. We're just going to take their buildings and their private property from them. I mean, like, what? There's an enforcement arm, and there's like 2, 3, 4x, triple. I mean, what? Socialism, communism. They can't help themselves. The Democrats have been taken over by the far progressive left. It's insanity. But what would you expect from people like that in New York? All right, they've done it before. They'll do it again. Now that there are 800, 900 of you guys, we're going to start in the commencement of the show, because this whole episode that we're about to do, this live stream, this is going to build on what we covered earlier, and I'm going to show you the developments. And this is going to go into tomorrow when I'm making a prediction right now. You're going to see all the talking shows, all the Sunday news circuits, the ABCs, the NBCs, the Politicos, the CBS. They are all going to be talking about this. Donald Trump just set the entire thing on fire. Because remember what I told you earlier. Actually, come here real quick. If you didn't remember, or if you did not attend my live stream last night, I said that the Democrats blinked. I said Chuck Schumer blinked because he was the first one to offer a negotiation. He was the first one to speak in the negotiations. The first person to speak loses. Yeah, it took 12 hours until Donald Trump turned the entire thing around with this whole, why don't we just give the money to the people thing? Hey, Democrats, say no. Say no. Hey, Americans, you want all the money? Make your own decisions. You don't have to rely on the government. Hey, Democrats, you going to say no? Okay. Hey, guys, Americans, they want to give the money to big insurance companies and healthcare corporations. Aren't they mad? Aren't they bad? Weren't they supposed to be bad last week? Oh, my God. Awkward turtle. All right, let's get into this, guys. This one's going to be great. So, a little bit of a recap from earlier. I'm going to actually, show you the right thing. Here you go. This is the actual tweet that set the entire day on fire. All right. And this is going to set the entire weekend on fire. This is going to set the rest of the shutdown on fire because the Democrats just got their hand caught in the cookie jar. All right. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. I am recommending to Senate Republicans that the hundreds of billions of dollars currently being sent to money-sucking insurance companies in order to save the bad health care provided by Obamacare be sent directly to the people so that they can purchase their own much better health care and have money left over. In other words, take from the big bad insurance companies, which is a little poke on the Democrats because it's insurance companies, healthcare companies, corporations, those are evil, right? Far left progressives. Give it to the people and terminate, per dollar spent, the worst healthcare anywhere in the world, Obamacare. So now he's put the Democrats in a position where they have to actually say, no, we can't give Americans dollars of their own taxpayer dollars because they won't make the right decisions, or they might fall and be duped because they're rubes, and we will decide what's good for them as the liberal elite in D.C. We are the ones, the arbiters, the deciders, the very people from on high who look down upon the proletariat as the bourgeoisie while we basically say that socialism's bad, but... Anyway, I mean, capitalism's bad, but, whatever. This is beautiful. And the reason that I'm following this up with my video earlier is because the Republicans are actually growing a set of testiculars and they're following along. Y'all, wait until I show you this stuff, because this is how you do it. This is the other thing that he followed up with today. I didn't even get to this in my earlier video. Look at this. This is what he's putting out on the Democrats. This is the actual enrichment before and after Obamacare. What he's doing is he's putting all the onus on the Democrats for supporting big corporations, big insurance companies, and he's changing the narrative of the conversation. Chuck Schumer comes out and says, give me 1 year of subsidy so that way I can go ahead and shut down the government again before the midterms. And Donald Trump goes, you're helping rich people. I mean, like, Uno reverse. Look at this. All of these. 2010 to 2025. An increase from $25 to $327. These are all the financial market caps. Cigna, 32 to 295. Anthem, 61 to 318. Humana, 47 to 279. Molina, 15 to 147. Centene, 5 to 38. Aetna, 30 to 212. It's not hard to see where the money's going, and this is the beautiful part about this, because you're putting it back and kind of doing like a... Come here. You're doing like a 9 different punch. Like you're doing a punch combo. If you used to play video games or you used to play Rock'em Sock'em Robots, like 2 to the chest and 1 to the uppercut. You're hitting the Democrats on helping corporations and insurance agents. Uh-oh, they don't like that. That's against the tenets of the Democrat religion. Then you're hitting them on the whole giving money to people and having them say no. Then you're reinforcing capitalism by giving people money or encouraging their own decisions for own well-being and taking the government out of it. Those are like 4 ways to hell for a Democrat. I mean, like, they have to pick and choose what they're going to hit. And I already showed you what they did earlier. They just mocked it. They just basically made stuff up. This is the worst thing you could possibly imagine if you're a Democrat, because they thought they had him. Ooh, we got him. It's really remarkable. Let's keep on going, because we're about to get into the fun part. Now, I showed you this earlier. Chris Murphy saying like, oh, it's so bad. Unsurprisingly nonsensical. Is he suggesting eliminating health insurance and giving people a few $1,000s instead? No, he's giving them dollars to make their own insurance decisions. Oh no, that takes the government out of it. Who would have thought that? Oh my goodness gracious, the inhumanity. And now's where it gets fun. So guys, if you're enjoying this little twist, this little Uno reverse card, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Let me hear you in the chats, the comments, all the emojis that you can muster, because we are about to go down a road that I really did not expect. Watch this, because the Republicans are actually jumping on this. If I was the mainstream media, I'd say the Republicans are pouncing. Watch this crap. Lindsey Graham, rhino in his own right, but listen to him. Oh, well, hold on. Before I say this, I got a super chat. I am Mighty Bigfoot says for $5, did you see Chuck E. Cheese Obama storm out of the Senate? Yeah, that's coming up. You just wait a second. Great call out. That's on the way. That's on one of my tabs. It's coming up. Oh, it's going to be great. All right, anyway, back to this. Lindsey Graham. POTUS recommendation that we stop sending tens of billions of dollars under Obamacare to money-sucking insurance companies and instead send that money directly to the people so they can buy better healthcare is simply brilliant. You guys, what's happening right now is the Senate Republicans are actually jumping on board. The House Republicans are actually jumping on board, and they are pegging the Democrats as the ones trying to send money to corporations, healthcare corporations, and insurance companies. The sworn enemy of the left. You cannot make this stuff up. Let's keep on going. Another super chat. Tom Dill, $4.99. Imagine hating millionaires as a leftist, but then defending them when Trump wants to take their funding. The left is a cult. All correct and all worthy of watching and with popcorn. Now, let's keep on going. Rick Scott today said, you know what? I totally agree, POTUS. I'm writing the bill right now, so I expect that to be dropping pretty soon. They're actually going to put the Democrats on record of wanting to defend the profits of healthcare corporations and of insurance corporations. This is about to be tier 9 level freak out from the far left. This is going to be amazing. Oh man, let's just keep on going. That was what's his face? There we go. Lindsey Graham, Rick Scott. All right. Now this one, I swear to y'all, I don't know what happened in the last 12 hours. I don't know if there was a call from the White House that said all of you need to reach into someone's purse and grab your testicles again. I don't know if there was a brainstorming session. I don't know if Trump just didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I have no idea what happened. But whatever happened needs to happen a whole lot, because watch what this interview is around a Republican from Maryland. Listen to this and keep in mind, Rick Scott and Lindsey Graham and what I'm about to show you, all of them have a very common theme. Watch this.
Can you see any of your members supporting a continuation of any of these Obamacare COVID-era tax credits?
There's no way that any of us would support a clean extension. That's what the Democrats are calling for. Even they didn't pass that back in 2022. $450 billion over 10 years. The money is going to line the pockets of very profitable insurance companies. Again, the market is failing. Obamacare is only 7% of Americans. Literally almost 100% of Americans need relief from their health care policy premiums, not just 7%. We need to have free market solutions that bring down the cost of health care for every American, not just the 7%.
You know, if you listen really quietly, you can actually hear the Democrats and leftist socialist screams. We should listen more, because I'm here for this. We're going back to capitalism? Oh my God, free markets? Choice? The invisible hand? Oh my God. Adam Smith? What? Wealth of Nations? Look, guys, legitimately, we've got Republicans now going out there and tying it together of, yeah, we're arguing over 7%. Why don't we help every American 100% by giving more money and making the marketplace better and open and free for our decisions? And then we lower the cost through the power of capitalism and marketing and the market. All those pesky market forces that the Democrats really like to get in there and little tweak with. Guys, okay, this is wild. Think about what just happened in the last 12 hours. The Democrats come out through Chucky Schumer and they say, we're going to get him with this one. They speak first and they set forth the baseline negotiation point. They want to get money for an extended year for the Obamacare subsidies. So Trump comes out under 12 hours later and goes, you know, it's funny you mentioned that. Why don't we stop enriching the rich people like you want to do and those rich corporations, those rich insurance corporations? Because they give you a lot of money. So let's not do that. Why don't we give it to the people and let them decide? And then we're going to let you guys tell them why they can't have their own money. Oh my God. Man, someone just said over here in the chat, they don't prefer Donald Trump as a human, but damn, can he cook as a politician? Yeah, I accept that premise. Good night. I mean, like, genuinely, this is epic. And I'm going to do a little bit of a recap here in a second of all the different pieces of what we've been covering the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because this is wild. Look, Chip Roy jumped on the bandwagon too. I'm telling you, it's happening. The Republican caucus is doing this. Chip Roy says, thank you, at Real Donald Trump. Hardworking American families are getting crushed while Democrats enrich insurance companies. The Republicans have now become the party of the little guy fighting against the corporations. I swear to God, if you saw scanners, walk back through them because we just did our Uno reverse. Like, the Democrats are now defending the corporations in the healthcare fight with the insurance fight. And the Republicans are saying they probably shouldn't be getting our money of taxpayer subsidies. We should just give it to the people. And Democrats are actually in the position they have to say no to that. Oh my God. The GOP has solutions to empower patients and doctors and drive down prices, but Democrats are blocking us. Why? For political power. Delicious. Y'all, this is remarkable. And the thing that's really incredible about it, I've only seen leftists on X, and I've only seen Democrat politicians like Chris Murphy. They're only coming out and mocking. They're only coming out and doing something very disjointed. They don't know how to handle this. Because think about it. If they have to go to their base and say, yeah, we're helping the money go to the corporations, they get lambasted. If they capitulate and open up the government, they get lambasted. If they tell this constituency they can't get more money to do with what they please in their own healthcare decisions, they get lambasted. Guys, imagine the position the Democrats have to be in when you see something like this, and all the Republicans are doing it too. Because that's a big change factor in this. Republicans weren't doing this before. They were being pretty quiet about the whole thing. Now they're unified behind this. That's what I'm trying to show you in this whole video. And if you guys are seeing the pattern and the beautiful tapestry of freedom that I'm delivering, and hopefully an amazingly awesome baritone voice, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Of course, emojis, comments, and chats are always welcome and encouraged. Much like tips. Think of them that way, because they really do help. All right, now let's keep on going, because oh my goodness gracious, even Rand Paul is jumping on the bandwagon. Y'all, I'm telling you, when they unite like this, it just works. Check this out.
Rand Paul, thank you so much, Senator, for taking time on this busy morning and joining us today.
Glad to be with you. Thanks for having me.
First, I got to ask you about this government shutdown. Seems like we have a shortage of effective solutions here. It seems to me that many people will end up starving if they don't get their food stamps. Can you walk me through the situation? And do you expect this to be over at least next week?
You know, I'm hoping for any day, any hour now. I really hope that we can open the government back up. I don't think it makes any sense to have it closed. The debate has been over the level of spending, and there are disagreements. The Republicans have put forward a level of spending that would lead to about $2 trillion in debt next year. The Democrat level of spending would lead to about $3 trillion in debt. So I haven't been excited about either plan, but I'm also not excited about the government being closed either. So what we put forward and what we voted on last week was paying the people who are working. This would include the soldiers, air traffic controllers, all the people that are working in essential functions in government would end up being paid. And that vote, unfortunately, was defeated. I think all the Republicans voted to pay the workers and 2 Democrats, but most of the Democrats said no. The Democrats' position has been they want to use that leverage of.
All right, I got to interrupt it again real quick because I can't just let him reel for like 5 minutes because that would just be like dreadfully boring. I mean, honest to goodness, he's not in it for entertainment. He's going down the entire thing about the Obamacare subsidies. In fact, if you look at right up here, let me just zoom into this for you. The shutdown isn't about helping families, he says. It's about Democrats holding workers' pay hostage to force Obamacare subsidies for people making $100K plus. I'm proposing a better solution. Let Americans buy insurance through places like Costco or Amazon, which would drive prices down without adding to the debt. Even Rand Paul is jumping on the bandwagon of let the free market and capitalism work. Y'all, this is a play. I'm telling you, this is, I did not expect it. I expected him to punch back somehow because of the negotiation stuff, but man, did they come in swinging. Here you go, look, another one. Again, I'm just going to keep on building this tapestry, building this pattern. Mike Lee, I trust Senator Rick Scott to write that bill. Donald Trump, retweeted by Rick Scott, retweeted by Mike Lee. You got senators, you got House members, you got independent senators, you got senators who are a little more libertarian. I mean, guys, everyone is going in this direction, and Democrats do not have a good way to respond to this, and that's the really fun part. Hey, look, another senator. U.S. Senator Bill Cassidy from Maryland. I agree with President Trump. We should give the money directly to the patients. And we're getting close, by the way, to the Chuck E. Cheese storm out. Representative Anna Paulina Luna, one of the leaders in the House. Now, that's a great idea. Y'all, this is the move. This was the final piece. And here we go. We're about to watch Chuck E. Schumer get his proverbial butt handed to him, put in a sling. Watch this. The Republican here, I'm telling you guys, you don't see this often, but when you do, you love to see it. Watch this.
To be clear, what you heard from the minority leader was the following. I just want to recap it for those of you who might have missed. Number one, he acknowledged that the Democrats have actually not put forward a written proposal that people could look at. Number two, he acknowledged that his plan would be to allow millionaires, let me just say that clearly, people making millions of dollars would receive Biden-era COVID Obamacare subsidies. You heard that right. No income cap. I was going to ask him before he stormed out of the room, because evidently he doesn't want to hear any opposing views or actually engage in meaningful negotiation. He would have heard me ask the next question, Madam President, which is, would he continue $0 premiums, which we know for a fact have enormous levels of fraud? If he had stayed, I would have asked him a third question. Does he want these monies to go directly to insurance companies? Let me repeat.
Ding, ding, ding. Y'all, listen. If I have not made this clear, or you're just now tuning in right now, make sure you go back and watch this whole video. I have been trying to lay out a foundation throughout this entire video to show you that Donald Trump dropped oh my God, words are hard right this second. Donald Trump dropped a tactical nuke on the foreheads of the Democrats and Chuck Schumer, and they do not know how to respond to it because it puts them in 4 ways of pain. And then the Republican senators and Republican House members are seeing that and they're piling on. When was the last time that you saw Republicans come out with this level of ferocity around giving people the money over corporations? Y'all, what? I don't know what happened at the White House. I don't know what call was had. I don't know who did what, but more of it, please. Let him continue. I got to go back to it.
Repeat that, Madam President, because I don't think the American people have been told the truth here. This money does not go to people on Obamacare. This is a check written from the federal government to the wealthiest insurance companies on the planet. He wants no income caps, millionaires getting COVID subsidies. He wants $0 premiums that are filled with fraud. And he wants to enrich insurance companies even more.
Paging Republican populism for 5,000. Y'all, I mean, I really hope I'm landing this plane. So let me know if I am in the chat over here, because this is seriously, I've never seen this before. How are Democrats going to come out and defend against this in the 4 different ways that I just showed you? And that's just off the top of my head. All the Republicans are lining up to it. The talking points are going to start coming out to it. All the clips, the Sunday shows are going to start talking about it. Media is going to start asking people. And all they're going to say on the Democrat side is, oh, well, they're not serious. And they're being dumb pants because it's their shutdown. That's all they're going to say. You literally have the Republican from Ohio coming out and saying, he's giving money to the richest insurance companies and millionaires at insurance companies, sounding like something from Bernie Sanders. I would love to see Bernie Sanders get up here and basically try to defend the idea that you're going to give money to millionaires and billionaires in the evil healthcare class because we have a crisis in this nation, and it's for a fact, and we know it. I mean, please, Bernie, go ahead. I'm at my Legos. My third one, because I wrote a book, because I love capitalism when I make money, but I don't like it because billionaires. I can't say millionaires anymore because I'm a millionaire. I mean, please, let Bernie do it. I want it to happen. Because literally, it's everything they always say, and now they're going to go out and say it openly to the left. Hey, no, we got to keep on giving money to the far left, or excuse me, to the healthcare agencies and insurance companies. How do you think this is going to go? I'll tell you how it's going to go. It's going to go poorly. But that's what I've got for you guys. I hope I landed this plane. I hope you enjoyed every second of it. 2,600 people topped out in this live stream. I thank each and every one of you for attending, for sharing, for subscribing, for leaving comments, chats, emojis, engaging however you see fit. As I have said earlier, I beseech thy blessing of the comments, and I hope that you are pleased with your experience on this endeavor. All right, we're going to land this plane. I hope you've enjoyed this flight. I will see you guys on the next one tomorrow. I'm going to get those morning shows, those Sunday circuits. We are going to have so much fun. There's so much to talk about, and we're going to save this country together, and I will see you guys on the next one.